Good morning everyone. My name is Dr. Saurabh Roy. Welcome you all in the lecture of microwave engineering. In the last lecture we discussed about the TE mode field expression. As well as previous lecture we also discussed about the TM mode field expression. Now in this lecture we will discuss about the TM mode as well as TE mode. What are the different modes are available and which modes are not existed. So we will see in this lecture. So first start, what is TE modes or what is TM modes? So TM modes is the transverse magnetic. So in the direction of the propagation, if Z is the direction of the propagation, then there is no magnetic field is present in that particular direction. So magnetic field will be present either in X or Y or both. So that is in transverse direction. Okay. So that is the TM mode. So there is no magnetic field is present in the propagation direction. Magnetic field will be present in the transverse direction. Similar case for TE modes. So there will be no electric field will be present in the propagation direction. So electric field will be present in the transverse direction. So those are the two modes. One is TM, another one is TE modes. Now, so TM mode, so we will see the field expression of TM mode. So there is a M and N. So M and N represent the propagation and indices the number of variation of the field in the X and Y direction. So note that for TM mode, if N or M is 0, all field are 0. So we can see that consider a rectangular waveguide with X axis the value is A and the Y axis the value is B. For a rectangular waveguide we have seen A always greater than B, and in the practical case we have seen that A always is the multiple of twice, thrice like that. Okay. So what does M means? So M is the represent the number of modes of propagation or number of propagation. So if M equal to 1, then number of half wavelength variation. So that is the half wavelength variation. So we can see if M equal to 1, then there is the half wavelength is present. Now if you will see if M equal to 2, then there will be the 2 wavelength variation, 2 half wavelength variation for M equal to 2 cases. Similarly for M equal to 3, so there will be the 3 half wavelength variation. Okay. So that is the value of M. So M indicates the number of half wavelength variation in the field in the X and Y direction. Now coming to the B, so B means the number of half wavelength variation in the Y direction. Means if B equal to Y, then there will be the half wavelength variation. If B equal to 2, then there will be like that. If B equal to 3, then there will be like that. 3 half wavelength variation will be there. Okay. So that is the meaning of half wavelength variation in the M equal to 1, M equal to 2 and M equal to 3. Now we will see. First we TM M into N mode. So we will see TM M 0. So first we will write all the field expression of TM mode. So those are the field expression we already calculated in the last lecture. So those are the field expression EZ, AZ, EX, EY, HX and HY. So whenever we will see those expression, if we will put M equal to N value equal to 0, either M0 or M0. So if we will put N equal to 0, then this part will become 0. So EZ component will get 0. AZ is already 0 because that is transverse magnetic mode. EX value will be cosine n pi p, this 0 means whole, EX value will get 0. EY also will get 0. If we will put 0 there, N value. HX also will get 0 there. Then HY also will get 0. So all the field expression, if we will put 0 there, then we will get all the field expression we are getting 0. So that's why TM M0 modes are not existed in the rectangular waveguide. Now coming to the next one, if m equal to 0, if m equal to 0, then we will see for m equal to 0 case, so this part is 0. So this part is 0 means Ez value will get 0. Similarly, Az is earlier also 0. Ex value, if m equal to will 0 put there, then Ex value also 0. So if you put m equal to 0, then also again Ui value also 0. M pi by Ax, if put m equal to 0 there, then Hx value is 0. Similarly, Hy value for m equal to 0, this part also 0. Okay. So there is no field or no mode is existed either m equal to 0 or n equal to 0 cases. So that is the, in the rectangular waveguide, in the transverse magnetic mode, so no mode is existed in Tm M0 and 0n. Now we'll place when m equal to 1 and n equal to 1. So when we'll place m equal to 1 and n equal to 1, so we'll get all the fields value, that is Ez, Az and others. Ez, Ex, Hx and Hy, all the fields that is present. So that is the, we can say that for m equal to 1 and 1, n equal to value 1, the field is present or field is exist. So for the transverse magnetic case, we can call that lowest mode which one is exist in waveguide, that is Tm11. So that is the transverse magnetic mode of a rectangular waveguide. A lowest mode is existed at 1, 1 case. For m equal to 0 or n equal to 0, there is no field is existed. Okay. So now we will move to the next part, that is called transverse electric case. So in the transverse electric case, so first we write the field expression of the transverse electric case. So first we will see when T is 0, 1, where we are considering m equal to 0 and n equal to 1. So m equal to 0 and n equal to 1 case, the field is existed, because if you put m equal to 0, then this component is present, because if you will put m equal to 0, then cos value will be 1. So n equal to 1, this part will also be some value. So Hz field is existed. Similar Ex, Ey, Hx and Hy field also existed. So in the transverse magnetic case, we have seen that 0, 1 cases is not exist. So but in transverse electric case, T 0, 1 cases existed. Similarly, if you will see the T10, so for m equal to 1, n equal to 0, the field is existed. So we will get Hz value, we will get Ez value, as well as we will get the other field expression. So we will get Hz value, we will get the Ez value, Ex and Ey value also. Okay. So the field is existed in T01 and T10. Similarly, in higher also, higher value also, T11 also existed. Similarly, higher value T21, 31, the mode is existed. So lowest mode, which one is exist in our waveguide, that is called T10. So that is a transverse electric case, T10 mode, that is the lowest mode which is exist in our waveguide. Okay. So compared to in transverse magnetic case, so there is no mode is existed 0, 1 and 1, 0. But transverse electric case, which has T equal to 1, 0, because a half wavelength variation, that is m value is 1. So that is the T mode, which lowest mode, which one is T10. Now we will see what is dominant mode. So the mode with the lowest cutoff frequency in a particular waveguide is called dominant mode. So the mode with the lowest cutoff frequency in a particular waveguide is called dominant mode. So in the transverse electric case, the dominant mode will be T10. So we can write down for cutoff frequency expression, we know that Fc equal to C by 2 root over m square by s square plus n square by b square. So for 1, 0 means m equal to 0, m equal to 1, n equal to 0. So this part will become 0. So we will get C by 2 m by a. So here m value is 1, so we will get C by 2a. Okay, so maybe some people have doubt why TE01 is not the lowest frequency, because A value is always greater than 1. For TE01 case, we will get cutoff frequency equal to C by 2B. Okay, so here B value is less compared to the A value, so this mode has the lowest cutoff frequency. So for rectangular waveguide TE10, the mode which lowest cutoff frequency, so that is TE10 is the dominant mode of a rectangular waveguide. Now coming to the point of what is degenerate mode. So whenever two or more modes have same cutoff frequency, they are said degenerate mode. When two or more modes have same cutoff frequency, they are said degenerate mode. So we see the cutoff frequency for TEMN or TMMN modes are almost same. So cutoff frequency cases, whenever we will see the expression, so both expression FC will get C by 2 root over M by A plus M square by A square plus N square by B square. So if you will see the expressions of both TEMN and TMMN, if we will consider TE11 and TM11, then we will get the same cutoff frequency. So we will get the same curve. There are say degenerate modes, because so that's why TEMN and TMMN modes are always degenerate, because for that particular TE11 or TM11, similarly TE22, TM22, we are gets the same cutoff frequency. So that is called degenerate mode. Now next question maybe come in your mind is that why TEM mode is not valid at waveguide. So TEM mode, we have seen the TEM mode is valid at coaxial transmission lines, but why TEM mode is not valid at waveguide. So first we will see what is TEM mode, means transverse electromagnetic mode. So here if you will see the electric in the direction of propagation, if you will consider Z, and that is Y and that is X. So there is no electric and magnetic field is present in the propagation direction. So propagation direction, there is no electric field and magnetic field is there. So electric field is present. So here we can see if you will see the electric field is buried in Y direction and magnetic field is buried in X direction. So there is no electric field or magnetic field is present in the Z direction. So it is buried in either in X or Y direction. So we can consider for TEM mode, in the direction of propagation, if we will consider Z direction, then EZ and AZ component is 0. Okay. So field component will become 0. So if we will consider the field expression of rectangular waveguide for TEM mode, so we see if we will put that EZ and AZ be 0, so there are no other electric field will be present. So electric field value will be pernicious. So that's why TEM mode is not valid at waveguide. So that is the reason. Now we will move to the next point. So those are the question related to this what is dominant mode and what is degenerate mode, why TEM mode is not exist in the waveguide. Thank you everyone.